Remember when Tristan actually mattered? Back before the mage meta buried every physical frontliner in the Dominion? Well, he's back. And this time, he's not just tanking hits. He's shutting the whole enemy team down. Hello, champions of the Dominion. Welcome back to Blaze Plays. Today, we're breaking down the hero who got left behind by the meta for way too long. Tristan. Specifically, we're diving into his legendary relic upgrades because they don't just make him stronger. They completely change what he's capable of. We're talking survivability, we're talking silence, and we're talking a synergy piece that ties directly back into a hero we already covered on this channel. Let's get into it. Tristan is a demon fighter from the Way of Honor faction. A frontline warrior built to inspire the allies standing behind him and draw strength from their courage. For a long time, that's all he was. That's not the case anymore. Let's talk about his base kit first because it sets up everything the relics unlock. His signature ability, Purifier's Wrath, hits nearby enemies for over 27,000 physical damage at legendary rank. Straightforward, reliable. His buff Righteous Zeal throws a 5-second physical attack boost of over 19,000 onto himself and every ally standing in front of him. And his passive, Judge of Sorcerers, quietly punishes whichever enemy has stacked the most magic penetration, burning their energy every single time it triggers. And it triggers once for every Way of Honor hero on your team. Solid, serviceable, but no longer enough. Now let's talk about why the relic changes all of that. At Relic Level 1, Tristan unlocks Seal of Retribution. And this is where things get interesting. Every 11 seconds, Tristan silences the enemy with the highest magic penetration, along with everyone standing near them, for 4 full seconds. And it's not a soft silence either. It comes attached to over 58,000 physical damage. Every 11 seconds, silenced and damaged. Pushed to Relic Level 10, and Purifier's Wrath itself gets upgraded. It now applies that same 4-second silence to nearby enemies on top of its damage, which is now boosted to over 36,000. That means Tristan isn't just punishing the backline caster anymore. He's shutting down an entire cluster of enemies the moment he swings. Relic Level 20 pushes his utility even further. Blessed Vanguard gets upgraded, so that any ally whose physical attack outweighs their magic attack at the start of battle now also gains 30% of the energy Tristan receives from that skill. That means your physical damage dealers charge their ultimates faster, just by standing near him. This by far seems to have one of the highest value of the relic abilities in his kit. And then there's Relic Level 30. Sinner's Payback. This one's brutal. Whenever Tristan or his allies penetrate an enemy's armor, that enemy takes an additional 200% damage on however much their armor penetration exceeded the target's armor. 200% bonus damage on every single armor pen hit your team lands. Here's why that matters for survival, not just offense. A frontline hero who's constantly applying silence isn't just locking down burst mages. He's reducing the number of debuffs and control effects coming back at him and his team. Every second an enemy caster spends silenced is a second they're not casting the ability that was supposed to kill Tristan's backline. The relic tree turns Tristan into a hero who isn't just taking hits, but who's now actively preventing it from happening in the first place. And this is exactly where the synergy piece comes in. If you watched our Crow breakdown, you already know Crow's entire kit revolves around silence manipulation and punishing enemies who get re-silenced. We told you back then that Tristan was coming for his own relic and additional silence benefits. And here they are. Stack Tristan's Seal of Retribution alongside Crow's Holy Grenade and Final Verdict passive, and you get overlapping silence windows hitting multiple targets at once. Add Sinner's Payback's armor penetration punishment on top of Crow's own armor pen scaling from a Law's Codex, and you build a physical team that shuts casters down completely while punishing anyone who tries to armor up against you. This is the anti-mage physical core the Dominion has been missing. So here's my take. Tristan spent a long stretch of the meta being an afterthought. A hero people could no longer fit into their attacks. His time was over the moment mage teams started dominating the championship scene. These relic abilities can change that story completely. Level 1 gives you the silence loop. Level 10 spreads that silence to groups instead of single targets. Level 20 turns him into an energy engine for your physical allies. And level 30 makes every armor penetration hit on your team hurt twice as much. The only question, is the investment enough to keep Tristan alive? And can he continue to function in teams without Crow? And are you pairing him with Crow to build the ultimate Silence Lock physical squad? Let me know in the comments below. That's Tristan's Relic Breakdown. The Silence upgrades, the survivability angle, and the Crow synergy that ties this whole physical core together. Drop your take on him in the comments, and let me know if he's earning a spot back in your lineup. Stay tuned, because there's a lot more meta-breaking content coming your way. Until then, keep grinding, keep building, keep pushing. If this video helped you out, smash that like button, share it with your alliance, and subscribe so you never miss a drop. Stay ready, stay hungry, and as always, keep blazing.